guys, welcome back to my channel. As you saw, I was just getting ready for the day. I just showered and put on all of my oils and lotions. Real quick, what I use, as you saw, I use the belly oil by Zoe's Organics, as well as the belly butter. I'm just trying really hard to prevent any stretch marks. That's why I use that, and then I lotion up with other stuff. I gotta like quickly talk and do things at the same time. I'm gonna do my skincare routine on camera for you. So I'm using a face toner by Ursa Major. It's my favorite. I'm almost done with this one. I've been using this for like a year. I learned about it from Heyday, the place that I used to go get monthly facials at when I lived in New York. It makes me so sad that we don't have one here. Then I'm gonna go in with the Very Bright Cherry, if you can guys see that, by Pharmacy. It is amazing. It is a vitamin C serum, and I put this on most days and most nights. If I'm just in a rush, I might skip this step, which I probably should have today, but all good. Then I go in with this sunscreen moisturizer, oops, there's something on it, by Image Skincare. I've been using this for, geez, I don't even know, 2 years? 2 years, I think. Wow, so blurry. Come on, camera. I'm using a new camera, and so I'm trying to figure things out with it, and I'm noticing that it's not auto-focusing. So that's a thing. I'm going in with the Pharmacy Cheer Up eye serum, or eye cream rather. It's a vitamin C. It's part of that same collection that the serum is part of. So we're just gonna dab that in. Just a little bit. It's like barely anything on. You don't need that much. So that's my skincare. I'm just gonna let that sit. And then next I'm just gonna do my hair. We're doing something real basic with the hair today. It's not going to be down because look at this. I'd have to do so much work to leave it down. So I've been doing this like updo, which I am a big fan of. I leave the bangs out, just put the rest of it up on the top of my head. Add Mongongo oil, and I'm going to spritz some in my hands and then scrunch it in. Is kind of pick it a little bit at the top and underneath so that the bangs kind of stay up a little more. The Orbe texturizing spray. Shake it. And this will also help give it more volume and stay up a little more out of my eyes. I do need a trim, but haven't really done any research on anyone down here in Houston to see if I'm gonna like anybody, because I'm very particular about who gets to work on my hair. All right, so we're in the kitchen now. Gonna grab the ingredients. We gotta make something stovetop. That's what we're gonna do. So my midwife has 3 options that she does for the glucose test. Typically the one that you hear about the most is the one where you will drink this drink called Glucola, and it's full of glucose so that it'll spike your blood sugar up, and then it tests how your body processes it. My thing with that test is that it is full of chemicals. If you Google that drink, it's the Glucola drink, so Glucola. You will see a list of ingredients, and it's insane how much stuff is in there that's so far from natural and genetically modified. So that's one of the things that my midwife will allow you to do. The second one is you could do a week of, maybe she does 2 weeks. It's either 1 or 2 weeks of blood testing after meals. So like you would if you did have diabetes, you would get like a blood test machine thing. I don't have diabetes, so I'm not 100% sure. And you would, prick your finger and test your blood. I think it's an hour or 2 hours after each meal. every day for 2 weeks. And the third thing that she does offer, which is what I'm doing, is a meal. So it is half cup of oats with 1 cup of milk. So I got my oats here, and then she said I could use almond milk, so I'm using almond milk, and add 1 tablespoon of honey to that, and then I can eat that and then drink 8 ounces of orange juice. So that's what I'm doing. So a couple things while that cooks, just so you guys know, because I have the time now, is that today I have the day off from work, which is awesome. Today's President's Day, and I'm not officially 28 weeks yet. I'll be 28 weeks tomorrow, but I'm close enough. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about this test, only because there's nothing that you can do to prevent the results of this test or predict the results of this test. So I'm a little nervous to see what the results will be. Before pregnancy, you guys have been following me, at least through Instagram. I've been pretty healthy, like low refined sugars, if any at all, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. And so once I got pregnant, it was a totally different story. My body was just craving carbs and dairy. It was just craving them. So rather than, you know, just make myself crazy and try to avoid those foods at all costs, I started eating those foods. They're not bad. They're not bad foods. I generally was still eating pretty healthy, but things like bagels is not something I would normally eat unless they were gluten-free. But I was eating just regular bagels from a bagel shop and stuff like that. So I'm just a little nervous. I know that there's nothing that I could have done to change whatever will happen later today, but I am nervous. I'm just gonna be honest about that. And I do think that a lot of women are nervous about this test, more so than other tests. Maybe the only other one you may be nervous about might be the chromosomal testing, if your doctor does that. But yeah, I don't know. And when I saw my midwife 4 weeks ago, which was my first appointment with her, you know, she had gotten all of my test results and blood work that my previous provider had done. And when she went through it, she said, wow, you're really healthy. This is really great. So I'm just hoping that that healthy train is continuing, and then all the work that I did before I got pregnant is sticking with me. So we'll see. What it looks like so far. So soon it'll get real thick. It looks pretty close to done. Now I'm just gonna let it sit, because that's what you're supposed to do, so it thickens up more. I just don't have time, bruh. Don't have time. Got orange juice, and I've got a mason jar here. I'm using a mason jar because I have to measure this out, and it has measurements on it. So that's how we gonna do. We always have orange juice in the house because Nick loves orange juice. So, okay, just took my oatmeal off the stove. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It looks like the least appetizing thing ever. It is not what my oatmeal normally looks like. Whoa. So this is my oatmeal. I mean, not what I'm used to eating for oatmeal. Sorry, the camera got fogged up. It smells good. I think it's because of the honey, but yeah, it's not what I'm used to having at all for oatmeal. It's gonna be really hot, so I'm gonna let it sit for a sec. I need it, but I'm trying to let it cool down so I can eat it as quickly as possible at one time, and also not burn my tongue. But yeah, it's still hot. It tastes really good though. I'm gonna eat this, and then I will chat with you guys later. I can't tell you exactly when, if it's going to be just as I arrive to the midwife's office, or if after the test. We'll see how time goes, but I will see you guys later. Hey guys, so finished up at the midwife probably like half an hour ago. I literally made it there right on time. So good thing I didn't try to like do a whole bunch more while I was at home because I literally just made it at 9 o'clock. My midwife is awesome. Like, if I were to be like 5 to 10 minutes late, she wouldn't care. But yeah, so went in, had a regular appointment, and then she took my blood. So I should find out by tomorrow, she said. Either tomorrow or the day after, the results of the glucose test. She doesn't seem worried about it, just knowing how usually healthy I am and all that stuff. I'm still nervous, so we'll see. But yeah, it's just a quick, like, take some blood, and then she sends it to a lab, and then they will let us know what the results are. So just want to give you that update. I will come back to you guys tomorrow or whenever I get the results with what they are. Okay? Hey guys, so it's 2 days since my glucose screening test and 28-week appointment with my midwife. That was on Monday, and today's Wednesday, and I actually just got a notification via text from the client portal that my midwife uses to upload any information pertinent to me, like appointments and lab results and medical records and all that stuff. So I just got a notification that she has left me a message in there. And so I'm actually at my desk. This is my desk. I'm at my desk. And I figured it'd be just a lot easier for me to do this on the computer, mainly because I have all my login info already saved on my computer for the client portal. So here we go. Okay. Cool. So sign in. And so she left me a message, and the message reads, Cindy, I just wanted to let you know that your lab results have been entered in your chart. The results are all normal. Yeah. Yes, I can view the results in my portal under the medical records. So cool. All normal. Oh, how exciting, guys. Ooh, weight lifted. So I'm just actually want to go look at the form itself. Let's see, labs. Let's see what it says. Okay, it's got a whole bunch of other just blood panel work. But okay, so glucose, it says 74. And yep, that is within the expected range. So it's 74 milligrams per DL. Not sure what DL means. Let's Google that real quick. Oh, milligrams per deciliter. That's what that means. So I have 74 milligrams per deciliter of glucose, which falls within the expected range of 70 to 99. So that is super exciting that everything is normal. Yay, everything's normal. So that's so exciting. I can keep eating as I have been. Don't have to change any diet stuff up unless I want to. So that's really exciting. Guys, that's such a huge weight lifted. I'm so happy with the results, and even more more so because of the fact that I didn't have to mold to the norm, right? So as you saw from the first part of this vlog, I had a meal as opposed to the traditional Glucola drink, which if you do Google it, and this is not to have judgment on it or anything, or judgment on anyone who does take the test with the Glucola drink, but just Google it and you'll see that in actuality, these are the facts of the drink. There's tons of chemicals, preservatives, additives in that drink. And from most women that I've spoken to who have had that drink, they all say it tastes disgusting. So I am grateful and happy that I was able to do an alternative, which was the meal that I had, which was the oatmeal and the orange juice. And I was still able to take the test and not have some crazy obscure results. All to say that don't be afraid to kind of challenge the norm if you do have research and data on your side, or just ask the question. Really just ask the question to your provider. Every provider is different. Even in the midwifery world, not everyone may be offering a meal, or maybe a meal is the only option they'll offer. Everyone is so different. So it's just a really worthwhile conversation to have with your provider if it is something that you are hesitant about and just want to know truly what your other options are. To be completely honest, when I had this conversation with my OB before, my OB meaning my obstetrician, before I switched to a midwife, she was very adamant. The only two options I had were to do the Glucola drink or do the daily blood testing. And I just felt that that was so limiting considering the things that I had seen. Something I've learned from the books that I have read is that if someone, regardless if it's a doctor, a midwife, or whoever, suggests that you do something a certain way, don't be afraid to ask them for the receipts. Like, don't be afraid to ask them, okay, what are the actual numbers? What are the statistics on this? What, governing entity is saying that this is the way it should be? Because they should be able to answer that. If not, at least direct you to the right place to find that information. So just want to always emphasize that in anything that has to do with health and wellness, whether it be just generally, or if you're on a, you're pregnant now or anything, that it is your right to ask these things of your provider. And also that no one is going to care about your health as much as you do. You have to be your best advocate for your health. And it may seem that your doctor, your midwife, your practitioner, anybody who's providing you with care, it may seem that that is what their ultimate goal is, but at the end of the day, no one's gonna care about your health like you do. So just wanna put that out there, that PSA. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap up the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and any of the other videos that I've put out there. If you did like this one, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to make sure you are notified whenever I put up a new video, just tick off that notification bell so that you always get notified. And I think that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.